It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. A sunrise on one side of the world is a sunset on the other. When it comes to looking at crisis, what earth dwellers see and what God sees are very different. The storyline of the Bible would indicate that crisis is a way God is moving people, drawing them closer to Him and into His purposes. Through crisis, God moved Israel into Egypt. Through a savage betrayal, He sent Joseph ahead of the family to rescue them from the famine. Many years later, through 10 horrific plagues, God moved Israel out of Egypt and on their way to the Promised Land. Over and over again throughout the Bible, God is using crises and suffering to move and draw and shape His people. He moved Naomi back into Israel through a famine and the deaths of her husband and sons. 3 miserable days in the belly of the large fish God prepared saved Jonah's life and changed his mind, resulting in salvation for many Ninevites. Persecution ignited by Stephen's martyrdom propelled the early church with their life-saving message into the then-known world. And the salvation that blesses us and secured for us eternal richness and joy was gained through the horrific death of God's only Son. It's not out of anger, but of love that God works in this way. As C.S. Lewis said, pain is God's megaphone to rouse a deaf world, a deafness that came to us in the fall. It's the loving heart of our Heavenly Father that does whatever it takes to draw us into Himself and His purposes. Because God is at work in crisis, Satan is close at hand, making crisis a strategic point of convergence where heaven and hell meet, though for completely opposite purposes. Hell to tear down and destroy, heaven to strengthen and heal. So what are we, the church, seeing when we look at crisis on this planet? Something awful to get over? Or God at work? It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see.